Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Cosmic Origins. My name is Jace. This video, we're going to be breaking down just simply how to buy crypto in the easiest terms possible. I know it can be a pretty complicated thing, especially for people that aren't tech savvy. And so we're just going to be breaking down super easy how you can do it. So basically the first go-to website that I use for buying any crypto is going to be Uphold.com. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. Uphold.com. No, there's not a giant pyramid on the actual website. I'm just covering up my financial information in the middle. So basically when you sign up, you'll go to Uphold.com, you'll sign up, and eventually you'll get to a screen that looks like this. They also have the app, but I recommend doing it on the computer. The app I think still works, but computer web browser tends to be a little more direct and immediate. And so one of the first things that it'll probably prompt you to do is go through what is called a KYC or Know Your Customer check. So real quick, KYC is a standard regulatory compliance framework within the United States that basically any crypto exchange within the US has to abide by and use. And it basically requires them to gather your personal information like you would be applying for any other kind of regulated license or access or things like that. And so you'll need to give them some form of ID and your social and things like that. That's going to be standard anywhere for purchasing crypto with fiat. Now, on the other hand, there are exchanges, any of them that you can use pretty much without the need to do that if you're not going to be buying it with fiat, like with the dollar. So I'll get into that a little later on how you can say if you don't find the coin that you're looking for on Uphold, you can do it. You can basically send the money to another exchange and then swap to that coin, but we'll get to that. So on Uphold, you'll go through that check, and for me, I was validated in like an hour or two. Some people say it takes a couple days. Some people are able to actually buy the crypto before they even get validated. I've heard that happening, so that might just be a glitch, but either way, expect that you'll probably have to do that. The next step is going to be to come over to this tab, and you'll notice there's a from and a to. So this is both how you purchase crypto through Uphold and how you would send it to another wallet or address or anyone else. So on your from, you're going to want to click that and go to either your bank or your credit/debit card. Personally, I have found it much easier to use the credit debit card function because, personally, my bank wouldn't connect, but because I have a credit union, but other people have told me that when they tried to connect with their bank, it was giving them basically telling them they couldn't withdraw the funds right away and they had to wait until they moved it off the exchange and yada yada. Basically things to prevent scammers from spamming, I think. But if you use the credit debit card option, I've never experienced anything like that. Super easy, super quick. It just, pulls it off. I even use my PayPal card because my normal bank doesn't actually work. So I have to use the PayPal, and that works fine. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go put in that credit debit card or your bank, and you'll click that under the from section, right? So starting here, you do the drop down and you enter your financial information, and then you're going to come down to to, and you're going to click whatever coin you want. So you can do, you would, scroll down to cryptocurrencies because the first thing it's going to show is my accounts. And you can see right here, it organizes it by my accounts, banks, cryptocurrencies, national currencies, etc. So you'll probably want to come down to cryptocurrencies, and you can do show more, and you can pick a number of different cryptos on here. Now, Uphold does have a tiered system where certain coins are on this tiered system where you're not able to send them off their exchange, like say if it's a lower level coin. So you might want to check what tier your coin is. So if you're going to buy maybe like a more obscure coin that's not Bitcoin or XRP or Ether, you'll probably want to check the tier level to make sure that you can move it out if that's what your intention is. Otherwise, you can just store it on there normal, and that's fine. And that brings up another point, which is you can store crypto on this long term, but personally, I do not like to store large amounts of money on any exchange, because technically they have the keys to your wallet, which means they technically own your crypto. So you want to be the sovereign holder of your cryptocurrency. You want to be your own bank. And the only way to do that is to have your own keys, which means using a wallet that gives you your keys, that you actually write down your like pass key phrase, which you have to write on something that's not electronic because you don't want it stolen. So that I will get into in another video, the kinds of wallets that you can use. For now, you can store your coins on here and it's probably going to be fine, but long term, I recommend getting either they make hot wallets and cold wallets, which basically means how quickly you can have access to the funds. Cold wallets are also called hard storage, and that would be like Ledger Nano products and Trezor. You can look at those at ledger.com for the hard wallets. They're like a little USB drive. Otherwise, there are phone apps like Trust Wallet, Zum, XUMM for XRP, and others. But I'll probably get into that into another video. So yeah, you'll pick your two, whatever you want to buy. So again, you're going to have your from, which is your on here. I have XRP labeled. Just ignore that. That's what I have highlighted. But your from is going to be your banking card or your bank, and your to is going to be your crypto. And then you're going to go to preview, and it's going to ask you to verify. If you're on a phone, it may ask you. Actually, I think the website also asks you to do a two-step verification process. So you'll have to download a two-step verifier phone app, like Google verification, two-step authenticator, or Duo, or there's a ID Me, and there's like a million different two-step authenticator apps. And basically, it just makes sure that no one else is going to get into your funds. So it'll have you do that, and then it'll guide you through the process, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and your funds will end up in the middle here. They'll be displayed whatever coins you're holding. So that is my first go-to, is with Uphold. If it's not on Uphold, if the coin you're looking for is not there, my second go-to is Coinbase. Now, Coinbase, I personally believe, is cabal controlled. I don't trust them, so I try not to store like anything there long term, even less so than Uphold. But Coinbase does have coins that you can't get in other places. Oh, sorry, let me get rid of this. You're just looking at blue. Let me get rid of this cover. Yeah, so Coinbase, I'm not going to sign into it because I'd have to mess around with covering up all my personal financial stuff. But it's the same thing where you're going to have to go through that regulatory check. I think that Coinbase tends to take a little longer because they are bigger, if that makes sense. More people to process, I guess. But it'll allow you to do the same thing. And Coinbase does have higher fees, which is why I don't prefer not to do it over Uphold. But you can buy more at a time than Uphold. I think Uphold caps you out at like $500 on most per day, like $500 per day transaction, where Coinbase, I'm pretty sure it's like a couple $1,000s, but it's like a 2% fee, so you are like paying for it. What else is there with Coinbase? I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, with Coinbase, you can also cash out with, I've done it with PayPal. I think you can also put it on your credit card. With Uphold, you, to my knowledge, are not able to cash out. So say you purchase crypto, I don't think Uphold lets you put it back on your debit card. It won't let me do that. I think they would allow you to put it back in your bank, but I haven't messed around with that. I know other people have told me that that's the thing where you have to be like a customer of theirs for like a month so that they know you're not a scammer or something of the sort, and then they'll allow you to transfer it back. But I don't even mess around with that because I'm not trying to trade and cash out. Like, my investments are long term, so I'm not worried about cashing out at all. But if you did want to, I know you can do it through Coinbase, so that would be my recommendation. Binance is another backup. Now, again, Uphold and Coinbase are the two where you can purchase with fiat, where you have to do the know your customer regulation check. Excuse me. Binance US, I think they will allow you to do that as well, but I haven't signed up with that regulation check because I just didn't want to. I use Binance for other coins that aren't on Uphold and Coinbase. So it's kind of like my third go-to. And basically what you would have to do is you would have to send your crypto from Uphold or Coinbase to Binance and then swap it to something else. And for me, the easiest crypto to do that with is XRP because it's the cheapest and the fastest to send. Fractions of a penny for the fees compared to Ethereum, which can be like 20% of what you're sending. They'll charge you in a fee, which is ridiculous. That's why I don't like Ethereum or the Ethereum network. But Binance would be like my third go-to. And again, I think you can sign up and purchase directly, but I haven't, so I transfer there if there's a coin I want there. And perhaps I will go over in another video how I do that if you want to know more specifically. And then real quick, the last one is going to be Bitrue that I use. So Bitrue, to my knowledge, only works in select parts of the US. I have to use the phone app rather than the website. The website won't let me log in because of my particular state region. But if I use their phone app, it does let me do that. So it's the same thing with Binance as with Bitrue, where I use it to say if I want something that is not on Uphold or Coinbase, I'll buy XRP on Uphold, I'll send it to Bitrue, and then say buy like the Spark Flare IOU token that they have on Bitrue, which is something that I will get into in another video, how you guys can buy Flare and Spark token, same thing, how you can get it early before the network launch, essentially, which is kind of a complicated but good answer. So yeah, I'll cover that in the next video. This is pretty much it for this one. I also wanted to say that I'm going to be taking on 5 people to kind of do like a coaching session, probably like an hour-long Zoom call kind of thing, where if you feel like you're struggling with like this process and you want a little bit more hands-on help, then we can either do it by email or text or whatever. But Zoom call, if you'd prefer, we can jump on Zoom and we can walk you through step by step how to do this so that you make sure you don't make any mistakes, especially with the sending transactions parts. That can get kind of tricky with the copy and pasting, especially if it's, you have a hard time looking at screens and stuff. So again, if you want help with that, I'll be taking 5 people right now to assist, donation-based program. And then if that goes well, and I have enough time, I will open that up to more people. So we're going to start with that. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining us here, and we will see you. I will see you. The great we will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.